Hey running team, it's Jody Stokes, Familetti with Jody Stokes Fitness. Today is day 2. I want to talk to you about your brain and how running affects your brain. I know we've talked about runner's high and all that, and I love to tell you the science about things because I've heard from a couple of people that running scares them. So I want to take the fear out of it and put some science into it, which is what I do with my clients every once in a while, because I tell them, if you understand why you're doing what you're doing, for example, you're trying to live longer, you're trying to have better health, whether it's mental or it's physical, or you're trying to, of course, everyone wants to lose weight, but the reason you're doing something, if you're trying to lose weight and you focus on the strength of your bone and the fact that you need more flexibility, then the weight loss will be inevitable. So let me tell you a little bit about your brain. We used to think that it was the endorphins, right, that helped us have energy and felt better after our runs. And science has shown us recently that yes, there are endorphins created when we get out and we work out. And endorphins have been known to work as also an opioid, right? Interestingly enough, they've equated endorphins to heroin, and what that does is it helps you with the pain. So not that I want you to do heroin. What I'm saying is that when you start to run and your brain starts to activate, you start to notice that you're working different muscles in your body. As you start to work different muscles in your body, you start to engage in knowing that your brain is helping with the pain. So know that. Just start focusing on the fact that you're using your quads and you're using your calves and it feels good. Your hips. Start focusing on the fact that your body is changing. You're doing something good. You're engaging in your brain. Work with your what's called your hippocampus. The hippocampus helps with your learning, your mood, and your focus. What's amazing about that is that running now denotes that your brain focus has gotten better through it. Also with age-related cognitive diseases, we're working on that. So what I'm trying to say at the end of the day is see how you feel after you run. Hours after you're running, how do you feel? Do you feel different? Do you feel that you have what they call that runner's high? You feel more engaged? You feel more focused? You feel more live? It's again another beautiful day in Arizona. So let's go with day 2, guys. Stick with me. Okay, team, we're starting out with a nice walk. We always like to warm up with a little bit of a walk. I like to warm up my hips, so I take a little bit of a bigger step so that I can stretch out my hips a little bit. Interestingly enough, the other day I felt my hips. Anytime you do something different or new, your body engages different muscles. Felt good. I hope you felt great on your first run. So we're gonna warm up for about 3 minutes and then we're gonna head out. So I hope you enjoy everything today. Look around you. I got Arizona right here and we're very lucky because it's about 60 degrees right now. One thing I want to talk about, your lungs. Your lungs aren't used to running. Appreciate them. What you want to do is you want to focus on breathing through your nose. Breathing through your nose delivers the oxygen to the lower lobe of your lung and will give you about 7% more oxygen. Try to breathe through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Try to feel relaxed. Okay, guys, now we're at our 3-minute walk. A couple things. When you start to regulate your breath, which sometimes seems to runners to be the hardest thing, like, feel like you can't breathe, you'll all of a sudden feel like you get a little breath out and it catches up. We call that stroke volume in the fitness world. Right? You don't want to get your stroke volume up too high because then you feel breathless. So if you need to slow it down and you need to learn to regulate it, try to do that. Remember, you're in charge, okay? You're in charge of your breathing. You're in charge of how fast you're going, how slow you're going. Most important thing is that you do it. The most important thing is that you feel better today than you did the other day. It's so beautiful here. I'm running down a street with beautiful homes, horses, and I want to just tell you, look around and enjoy your little environment that you're running in. Find the beauty in everything. There's so much beauty. And I also felt like after 3 minutes, I was walking a little bit too long and I was ready to run again. So I hope you feel that way. Okay. These little walking, running paths so I can get off the street are amazing. I don't know if you have those, but if you can find them, they're very helpful. All right, guys. I went about 23 minutes today in between clients. I wanted to say I feel good, and I can't wait for all of those pain receptors to kick in. I just wanted to say that on Sunday, or whenever your long run is this week, which don't wrap your head around long, just different, let's call it that. I want you to think that we've been doing the 3 minutes on, right? And the 3 minutes off. So when those 3 minutes come up, see if you can't go just a little bit longer. And that's your task for this week, okay? Because what we put in our brain is what happens to our body. So tell your brain that you can do it. So guys, I know that we're finished, and I just wanted to say this little tidbit about how I got started running. I was 38 years old, and my father had died tragically. He was exercising in the water, and he had a heart attack and drowned. I know, that's horrific. So, and many tragedies after that with my family had happened. But what I started doing was running. So we just mentioned opioids and things like that, you know, that you could take to feel better, to take the pain away. But I started running. And it was not easy at first because I was a sad human, but it eventually helped me get through some really hard times in my life. And I felt like it was my solace. While it was sometimes painful, it took away that deep-seated pain that I felt in my heart, and I put it into my body, which eventually your body gets better. It adapts, it adjusts, it starts to look forward to those runs. I'm trying to tell you, you'll look forward to it someday. And utilizing exercise can be one of the best ways to really change your life. I've always felt like exercise has saved my life in many ways. So if you're out there and you're joining us, this is a lot more than running. I always say the best coaches in life teach you more about life than they do the activity of the sport itself. So let me be that coach for you. Again, we're doing this together, and you're wonderful.